Day 3, let's get started. Welcome to the vlog.
Yep, the vlog.
It's hard to do that with one hand. Now we got all that done with, we can get started. On the agenda today, hopefully we can build one bench, but we got to build 2 benches, 2 tables, and like a torture cross type of thing for this show. So I'm gonna try building the bench first, see how that goes, and then either we'll duplicate it, build a table, or call it quits for today, because I don't know how long we're staying here today, because I also gotta go pick up some other stuff for tomorrow's photo shoot. So yeah, I think today's gonna be a lot of putting my head down and getting some work done. So we'll see how much I can film for you guys, but hang in there. Lots of work to be done. Hello everyone, it's almost 8 o'clock. Wasn't feeling vlogging today too much. So I just really put my head down and got to building. A couple updates. We have benches. So I'll talk over how I made those. And then we got to make one more still. But basically got the skeleton of the table done. So now we just got to put the sheet wood on top, which should be totally fine. Sheet wood's already cut. We just got to cut 1/2. Which is really nice. Home Depot will do a couple pre-cuts for you, especially with sheet wood. Sheet wood's tough unless you have like a table saw. So I'm gonna do a quick talk through of each of them, and then I'm gonna get actually ready to clean up and head home. And I gotta pick up some equipment for tomorrow's shoot. So maybe I'll throw the camera on while I'm loading the gear or something. It's gonna be a couple photography flashes, a couple stands, a couple soft boxes, that kind of stuff. And then you guys will see a little bit more of it tomorrow when we actually take the pictures. But I'm gonna do a little talk through. Maybe I'll do an animation. I don't know, something new. But I'm gonna show you guys. So this is the bench. Currently there's 2 folded on top of each other. So it's kind of nice because you can see both angles. So basically, obviously this is where the person's sitting. And then we have leg 1, leg 2. And then we have a 2x4 that's coming all the way across there. And then also these dead hang points to just help out with the weight distribution. And then really the top part, or the top board, if I lift this one up, they're just screwed in. They're very light, not too hard at all. Cross section was very simple actually. Just drilled a bunch of screws in there, and then that's what this guy looks like. I put 4 screws in there as well. And then it's all on one long 2x4 to connect it together. So when you sit on it, you're sitting on that 2x4, which is supported by that one and that one, as well as those 2. We did 2 of them because we need one 8-foot one, but they also got to go on and off stage. So there's 2 4-foot benches that split apart, and then they can actually fit backstage. If your backstage is big enough for an 8-foot bench, by all means, do the 8-foot bench, but I would keep, if you're doing an 8-foot bench, I would keep 4 supports on it. So for this 4-foot bench, there's 2 supports on each bench. For an 8-foot, I put 4 supports so you have the middle support. Because now you're getting too long that if someone were to sit in the middle, they could break it pretty easily if they're like jumping or their weight isn't distributed properly. So that's one thing we did today. We got also this table. So again, with the benches, we're doing 2 4-foot tables. So that's gonna be an 8-foot table, again 4-foot so they can stay backstage. And this one, sometimes you make facade tables, so just literally a table that's just gonna chill there and doesn't need to be doesn't need to matter how much weight it can bear. This one actually needs to act as a real table because someone gets on it and like walks around and stuff. So this is not a facade table. You could take a lot of lumber out of this if it is. This is a table made to hold weight, and it's honestly not bad if you're lifting it. I was just lifting it there, you can't really see it. But weight-wise, it's not bad. 2 actors could easily take this off of the stage. And then obviously we gotta put the paneling on top. But we got the legs. The legs are buried into the corner, which I like. And then I also put this cross beam here, so the legs, if the legs wanted to fold out, they would have to go through this. And then for that to fold out, they would need to break apart these angles. So that's almost like 4 safety mechanisms, so this doesn't come out. And then to put the cherry on top, there's bottom support right there, tagging these guys 2 together. As well as, in theory, you could put these straight brackets. There could be 1 every foot, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. But I put 2 in the center because I was doing all these cross beams. These cross beams will be able to hold the weight in the centers here, and then that center will be okay. Because of these, they're so close, and then these 2 cross with this should be able to hold the weight right here. When I build this stuff, I always step on it, so I weigh a lot more than the kids that will be stepping on it, so it really like makes sure that it's safe. So I think tomorrow, I don't think we'll be here tomorrow. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll come in the morning to get it done. But the next time we come here, we got to build 1 more table. The Saint like Dennis like torture cross type of thing, and then basically clean up all of the lumber, and from there we'll put down a bunch of tarp, and it's time to paint. So everything is definitely coming together. We still have to make the railing for this, and I still have to make this door a little bit more feasible. I guess you guys didn't see that, this trap door here. Well, it's good if you didn't see the trap door. Make that a little bit better, I guess you can say. And then I have to add the curtain rods and the trim on the wall panels. There's 1 down there, and then there's 3 over there. So it's coming together. Everything needs a little bit of work. The benches are fully done, which is nice. So something is fully done. The tables will be fully done next time. That's the first thing we're gonna do. Then I'm gonna start on the railing to get the railing done. And the trim and the trim just needs to be cut to size. And then the actual sliders will probably be, I'm assuming they're going to be like sort of easy to install. We'll see how I might bite my words, but they should be totally okay if we need to install them actually at the theater, so the mechanisms don't get ruined as well. Once we're done painting everything, then we need to take it all apart, and not take it all apart, take it apart strategically so it fits through doors, because the theater that we're going to does not have a stage door, unfortunately, or a loading dock. But that's it for today. I'm gonna start cleaning up. Maybe we'll do a little time lapse of that, and who cares? You guys don't want to see that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We are not building today. I'm gonna turn my tracking off. There we go. We are actually not building today. We are indeed taking promotional pictures today for Curtain Call. So same company, just different gig. I was up very late. I did not get some sleep, so I slept in. Now it's time to head to the storage unit to get these the railings, because I'm gonna try to put them up so we have some type of backing that the light can hit, which I think will be really cool. And then I'll have to be in touch with my gear contact, because I'm getting some more photography flashes from him. I do have 1. So like we could make it work. I have the Digibee one right here, but definitely be really helpful. He usually lends me the same guy that lent me the other lights. So I'll shoot him another message. He's probably working until like 2:30ish. It's just hitting 2 now, so we're gonna go to the bin, see what we can get from there, and then send him a message while we're driving, and also probably pick up some food as well. I think we're allowed to go to this location and start setting up around 4ish. So that's gonna be the plan, and we'll see. We need a full black background. We are like getting like a professional background in, but I don't think we would have to drive to Markham to order the stuff, and I just don't think we have enough time to do it within a day. So that's the situation currently, and yeah, I think we're gonna get going to the bin, see if these fit in the truck first of all, and then we'll go from there. It's all about the coffee, or like just caffeine in general. So that trip ended quickly. At the building location, I'm pretty sure I left my jacket, which has like all my keys in it. So that includes the key to the storage bin. So therefore, I cannot access the storage bin unless I drive 2 hours there and back, which will be cutting it close. And I already have to pick up like the secondary equipment late for this shit. I was supposed to have it by last night. That didn't work out. There were some difficulties with scheduling, and now I have to pick it up at 4:30. And then once I get that gear, I'm gonna go straight to the hall so I can start setting everything up. Definitely not the scenario I wanted, but when nothing goes well, we still gotta. They still need pictures. There's still makeup people confirmed for today, so obviously nothing's changing with the date. It has to be done. It has to be good. Everything aside, you gotta work through it. So we're gonna see what we can do. I already did some like looking up research of pictures I want to do without the backgrounds. And basically, we don't necessarily need it anyways. It was just a nice thing to have an addition to, but we don't need it, so it's fine. At location, we did make it. We picked up some of the light gear, so we got 2 extra lights, which is perfect. Should work good. Now we're loading everything in. I might be able to film a little bit of load-in. I might just set my camera and just like start filming, and then based on what you guys get, we'll see it in editing because they're playing music, so we'll have to switch up the music for copyright purposes. But yeah, I might set you guys up in there and then begin loading in. Basically, get to set up a backdrop and then play with some lights and try to get some gels to work with the flashes as well. So let's see what we can do. We have like an hour to set up, so we got some time. Pictures are done. Time to load out now. Go home.
Okay.
You gotta say hi to the vlog?
Hi, vlog. Sorry.
I'll put that on the vlog. See you guys tomorrow. We're probably building, I guess, again. The world's your oyster.
Under the seat.
I'll probably keep this in because it's just funny. Just like one really cut. Look, it's my shadow. Welcome back to, I don't know. Today is Thursday in the real world, if you guys are watching this. But, I have all that stuff. That's fine. I have all my photography stuff in here from the other day. But, door shut. We always love those for nice cuts. They're beautiful cuts. In general, making sure everything's good. Oh, you know what I gotta change? I don't know if it's gonna let me. That's a little bit nicer. I had my auto white balance off for shooting promo pictures. Nice. Shooting promo pictures yesterday, so I wanted like a cool tone. So oh my god, everything's turning on. So I had that on. That is why I looked blue there. Now we're a little bit warmer and a little bit true white. I promise you the world isn't blue right now. So third day building. I think this is the third day. 1, 2, yeah, maybe no, this is the 4th day building. 4th day build. I'm hoping to finish everything. We gotta finish the first table. I don't think I'm gonna put the plywood on until I'm done it, so I can mirror the same table. So we have to duplicate the table build. And then we have to build the torture cross situation, and then I'm gonna go after the railing. So those are that's the game plan for today. that should wrap up most of the filming. Nope, most of the building. Man, I'm losing it, guys. Yeah, and how far we get. And then once we build all that, we'll be looking at what else is left, what else we have to build. I know we have to carve out some tombstones in the future. We'll see if we can get that done, but I'm gonna need the foam for that, and I don't have the foam. So we'll see. Still lots to do. Whenever you're building stuff, it feels like nothing actually ever gets finished, but that's just life, you know? Nothing gets finished. We're gonna try to go, and we'll see what happens. But come along, join me, build me on this tiring, foggy day of mystery. We're gonna see what happens. See you there. Maybe we'll get some coffee. We'll see. We're gonna get right into it. As you know, gotta build a table first. Let's set up the stuff. Let's get to building. I forgot my measure tape in the car, so I gotta go get that. Luckily, I did bring it, so that's good. Basically what I'm doing now is just doing all the measurements because I know this works. So I'm gonna do all of the cuts and then put it together. Might screw me, but we'll see. It should work. Ideally, if the cuts are right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 21 inches. They are, yeah, 2 feet 8 inches. These are just 18. I can do those after. That's 18 inches, but minus 18 inches minus 1/8. So, gotta love measurements. I'm gonna draw these out on wood, and then we're gonna get to cutting. Pieces. Always make sure you square off your measurements, unless you don't want to. That's on you when they're not straight. I'm gonna do these cuts first so I can cut it, measure, because I could measure them in theory all on the same piece of wood, but your saw's gonna take like 1/8 of an inch, so you gotta be careful. First, I need my glasses. Man, these are blurry already. It's a little bit better. Do I look cooler? Got the coffee, of course. Now we got the 4 legs right there, the 4 cross beams, and then the 4 2 feet lengths, whatever that is called. But I don't know if I'm gonna build on the ground or up here. Last time I built on the ground, so might just stick with what works, because if that works, it works. So we'll see. I might be going on the ground next. The floor isn't too even, so you gotta be careful, especially with the legs, but I might be able to put all of them on using this table until I put the legs up. So just because it's the first hole, I'm gonna prime the holes first, and then I'm gonna put it in, and then I might just throw in the screws. I don't know if I'm gonna prime everything. It does take longer, but it's guaranteed to work most of the time. So it's not guaranteed, whatever. Just throwing nails everywhere. That's fine. There's probably better ways to do this, but it's working for me, and I know it's gonna hold someone, so let me know what I'm doing wrong, or follow along. My nose is burning. Not wasting it. Because it'd be nice if this whole piece would. Oh, not bad. A little coffee break. Table flip. Cool trick that Mike taught me is put your wood on the angle and then just underneath it, go along and drag out your curve or your angle if you don't know what it is, and you get two perfect angle cuts. Although, to not waste wood, I should have done it like this. So you guys get the gist. I'm gonna finish up these angles and I'll be back. So now that I got all the tables are basically done, we're putting the sheet wood on it for like the top. So we're gonna make, it's a 4-foot plank cut to 2 feet. So we're gonna make one cut in the middle so they're both 2x4 or 2x4 type of thing, 2 feet by 4 feet. And then we'll tack them on with, we have like some smaller screws that we can tack them on with. And then I'm gonna stand on it, see what happens. Should be fine. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get the measurement. The garage is making a lot of noise. I give it a not horrible. I'm gonna take those in and see. That's funny. All good. Okay, we're gonna take both of them in and then we'll give them a little stand on. Getting on the tables. See what happens. But I say that's good. The stand test approved, and I'm going quickly, so see you in a bit. Welcome back. It's been a little bit. We have the skeleton of the torture cross, dominatrix cross, whatever you want to call it. Here it is in all of its glory. So we have the 2 support beams, and then we have 3 supports in the back. So it can hold quite a bit of weight actually. The next thing we're trying to do is put a little seat here and then little feet cushions type of thing. So if you want more info of how to build it, I don't wanna know why you wanna build it unless it's for Adam's family. Because Adam's family needs like a torture chamber type of thing for literally a song. It's called Pulled. But yeah, that's what we're building. I'm putting some dead hangs in at the bottom right now, just to keep you guys updated. All the tables are finished. I was just dealing with all that because there's a lot of angle work in this at the back. So I did some trial and error with some like crappy pieces of wood. So right now the top's on a 45 degree and the bottom's a 20 degree to meet to the ground. I don't know if that mathematically makes sense, but it structurally makes sense right now. So that's all I care about. Currently, I'm gonna put the dead hangs in, and then, which if you guys don't know, pretty cool, another thing Mike taught me, is you get a little piece of scrap, put 5 or 6 screws in, make sure with these, make sure you drill them, like pre-drill the holes, and then basically, if this was going to be the bottom, it's not, it's the top. But we're gonna put it right there, put all these screws in, and then the footrest that's gonna go here is gonna be resting all of its weight doubly on this brick with all of the screws in it. So a good thing to hold weight. I'm gonna go do that and you guys see the finished product once it's done. So final thing we gotta build, minus the like accent stuff, but that's totally okay. And the railing, I totally forgot about the railing. So we'll see what time it is and then maybe we'll get started on the railing as well. But I thought I was almost done, and I'm not. Dang, I forgot about that railing. So, it's basically done. I put the feet thing on it. You gotta put your feet a little bit weird because they're a little bit too far out. I'm gonna try going on it now. Keep the comments to yourself, everyone. 2 feet, things hold me. Is this the thumbnail? The kid's a lot shorter than I am. This is like a nice little squat. You can stand fully up if you want. And we could extend it if we need to. I don't know if we will or not. We might need to. But this is where we're at right now. What is life when you freaking build stuff like this? Adam's family, man. Adam's family. Back. It is the late hours of the day, 9 o'clock, time to go home. But we made some progress. This is the balcony area. So tomorrow it's just attaching each of the balcony rungs, like up here. And then we got this piece of balcony all ready to go. But yeah, we got the cross done today, got the second table done today. Got most of that done today. So tomorrow a little bit more building and then time to clean everything up, start painting. It might be a little cold in here, so we'll have to work that out. But I'm gonna go clean up and yeah, we'll jump cut to the next thing. I don't know what the next thing is yet. Another train.
Turn the car off.
Hello. Oh, that's not good. I am bringing a new battery. 18% left. Damn. Well, I'll show you glimpses of today because I don't have a full battery. But we are today, it's gonna be one of those days. We gotta finish the railing, we gotta put a seat on that thing, and then we're gonna start to painting. So, not too intense of a day, and I don't know like how much of the painting I'm even allowed to show. Because it's the actual set design, so you guys know how we built it, but it might be a surprise. So I'll turn you on for little glimpses here and there. My battery might run out. I did not bring a new battery. Rookie mistake. And we're gonna go from there. So we're gonna get to cutting, get all that done, and then start painting everything that we don't need to see black. So good times. I'll tell you, come back in a little bit. Hopefully this lasts the whole day, probably won't. So, we'll see. We're on 9% of battery, so I'm gonna do another quick update before we start painting. The build is like 95% done. The railings are on, that's great. The cross has a seat now, which is good. But we are going to be cleaning up now, getting organized, putting down. We got one drape because the other drop cloth wasn't in my budget. And we're gonna start painting. Hopefully we'll get enough, everything that we need black, we'll get black, like stage black. And then all the other things will hopefully start getting their pattern soon. So that's where we're gonna be. I'll see what I can film. The cold is also killing my battery, so I just wanted to update you guys before my battery died. So if we cut to the next scene, my battery died. So we'll see you guys then. 4% remaining. It is almost what, like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock?
It is 7:07.
7:07. I just want to give a last little update as I'm at 3%. Painting, ooh, that's all I gotta basically see.
Painting everywhere.
Painting is getting done. Everything that needs to be black to hide on stage is getting done. And yeah, we're getting into the like hardcore details. So it's up to them really if I'm allowed to show it, because this is all creative concealment now. If you want to see it, come see the show.
March.
Yeah, I'll put the ticket link somewhere. But yeah, so we're gonna be painting up. Maybe if you guys stay tuned in the next day or so, when we put it in the bin, you'll get a little sneak peek. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be back, finish up painting, hopefully, maybe leave it for one more day, and then we're gonna be disassembling and taking it to the bin, trying to get it all ready for storage, and then it'll be good to go for loading. So it's been a long journey. Just want to say hi and bye before our battery died. That almost rhymed. Welcome back. It's been a long week. I think we're at at least day 6 or 7. Hopefully this is the last day of painting, getting all the textures done. Then it's gonna dry for a day, and then we're gonna take it all to the bin. So we'll see how that goes. It'll take it long today. I actually brought a battery today, which is good. And we'll see you guys there. Hello, we are here. We've been here for a couple hours now. Same thing we're doing last time. We're painting. It's like mildly fun paint, but still just like we gotta paint everything the base coat of black. We've made this like railing a little nicer. It's like a green blend type of thing. Again, I don't know how much I'm allowed to show you. But basically we're gonna be painting up today. So I don't know, like you'll see us a little bit, but maybe I'll throw it up on a time lapse for a little bit. But we gotta get painting, we gotta get this done so we can start thinking about disassembling and then hopefully move everything out of here soon. So we're almost there. We got a couple more things to paint, a couple more things to look good, and then only like 3 more things. Only the flats need to be painted green, and then the trim needs to be painted, the lever needs to be painted, and then everything else needs to be painted black. So we'll see how we're going. This is the lever that Dad made for the lever there, and then that's that's another thing that's done. In terms of building wise, the only other things we really have to like piece together like the sliders, which will be done at the theater. And then we have to piece together the tombstones, which can honestly be done at anyone's house. We don't need a huge space for that. So yeah, couple things finishing up, hopefully finished up. We're on like day 7 or day 8. So been a very long build, probably like over 100 hours in this right now. And we'll see where we're going. So back to painting, a lot of work to do.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing like need done is I would do oh really? Like an army set. I'm putting the first part in.
Oh, you're painting that stick.
We're getting to the end of the day. A lot of the painting is done. What we're doing now, one of the last things, is starting to carve out all the tombstones. So really, we're just using the like poly foam styrofoam, which is definitely better than the white styrofoam because the white styrofoam comes in like little beads. This one doesn't, which is nice. Basically, how I'm doing it is like this would be the base of it, and then you like trace out what you want. Obviously, that's not it, but I thought that could be like a tombstone here, type of thing. And then you would cut it out. What I use to cut it out currently is just like a hacksaw blade, or you can totally use like an X-Acto knife, anything like that. And then once you get it cut out, you're gonna get something like this. It's gonna have like really nice edges, so I usually dirty up the edges in terms of just like getting your hacksaw or your knife or anything and just tear up the edges so it doesn't look nice. And then in terms of all the outlines there, so we have our sailor character and we have Morticia, of course. I basically drew it with a marker, and then a handy tool is using the, what is this called? Soldering tool. That will burn straight through this poly foam. So that's the way I do it in my terms right now. We got there's 3 more to go, and then once those are done, hopefully we'll time it good so the rest of the painting is good to go, and then we'll probably call it for today, and then I'll be back tomorrow. I will be looking at any finishing touches, paint up the tombstones, and then as well as disassemble this big guy over here so everything's lined up and ready to get taken to the U-Haul. And that will ideally be the end of this building series type of thing until load-in. So that's where we are, and I'm gonna get these done, and then I'll pick you back up in a little bit.